Hey everybody, welcome to today's very special reading about the angel sign of a rainbow. If you happen to see rainbows, or you're really attracted to the energy of a rainbow, or rainbows pop up at moments when you're thinking about someone in particular, particularly a pet, because a rainbow is very indicative of Rainbow Bridge, where our pets go and hang out in heaven while they're waiting for us to join them. And rainbow's a really special sign for me personally, because this whole channel was founded, the foundation of this channel was about animal communication and how I learned about energy from my dog, who's now in spirit, and his sign has always been a rainbow. And I inadvertently brought these cards out. They're actually left over from a reading earlier today. I didn't even think or remember that they had rainbows on the back, and here they are. So how cool is that? Okay, so we're going to get some deeper messages about what you're seeing a rainbow for. What is the rainbow actually trying to do? What are the angels trying to tell you when the rainbow appears? The land in between. Now, in some cultures, the rainbow is the bridge between the two pieces of land in between. So there's the land and there is like the bridge. So this is bridging the energy between two worlds, the duality of the human world and the spiritual world, and also where you might be building a bridge between yourself and someone else, or another connection, or a new phase of your life as well. Tender embrace. Wow. And we got 2-2 here, which is a card of balance, a balanced partnership. How lovely. I must put that in the middle. And then we have this card here, Divine Matrix. Okay, and we got 4-4. Wow, look at that. 4-4, 4-4, 4-4. That's card 40, that's 4-4. And 4-4 is a card of protection. So this is a really divine message. Okay, very supported. It could be about you and somebody else. We'll explore that. It could be about, connecting you with somebody else. And that could be any kind of relationship, but there's a lot of love going on in here. So what a great start. Okay, let's get some. This is actually Tober. He was 19 when he left this earth. Letting go. All right, your heart. Letting go of your need to control what's flowing for you, letting your ego surrender to your soul. Letting go of the need to find other people catering to the demands of your ego, creating to the demands of other people's ego, following your heart, allowing your heart energy to really flow and soar. Wow. Letting go of keeping people away from you as well. Refreshing oasis, nurture yourself, gather your strength. Beautiful. So I'm getting from this energy straight away that you've been through a period where you have needed to come into alignment with yourself, how you want to experience love, how you want to experience the energy of other people. There is a substantial chance, I mean, many of us have had challenging experiences with people where we have given our energy and haven't received the same level of respect or love in return. And here it feels that you have perhaps been through that period, but you're really finding the truth of who you are. You're really finding the peace, the sanctuary that is within, and allowing that clamoring ego to calm down, to let go of the need to find love in a certain way, to allow love to flow to you. To allow the universe to support you as well. Starfish, intuition, listen to your soul's truth, think less, feel more. Yeah. Starfish is a regeneration energy. It's regenerating yourself, refreshing. Polar bear, nurture, allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released and offered up to be healed. I had polar bear in a reading yesterday. I think it was on this channel. No, it was 2 days ago. I have two channels. I have Pisces Magic channel and this one. So Pisces is a daily reading of the Pisces collective energy. So sun, moon, rising, Venus, or anyone who just vibes with that really deep intuitive energy. But the polar bear came up about being really strong, I think, on this channel a couple of days ago. So there's repeating energy. We've got a whale's tail, diving deep into what really serves you, what's really important to you. And we've got an apple. That's definitely about nourishing and nurturing yourself. Allowing nature to provide. Wow. Okay. So where am I going to go next with this message? I'm going to get some tarot cards. And What is this rainbow about, please? I'm going to say source energy, but I think Tober is here as well, Tober the oracle dog, so we will get his spiritual energy coming through as a guide. Okay, we've got 4 of these. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 3 on each side. We're going to get some past energy and we're going to get some present energy, but I want 1 more on each side for that. There we are. Okay, so past energy, we have got the Knight of Pentacles, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Cups. In the past, you have been making inroads into wanting to find happier ways of making money, to find a level of independence, to grow your ideas, into something that is abundant and fun for you. With this Page of Cups, it's like you want more happiness in your life, particularly around how you service your material needs in this world. So the Pentacles can also be about looking after your body. It can also be about looking after everything that is in your physical environment. In particular here with the Knight of Pentacles, there is something about really wanting to expand yourself, to work hard, about being true to you. With the 7 of Pentacles here, there's a sovereignty, there's a patience with yourself, learning to be patient with yourself, learning to be patient with how you build your future empire, for example, and doing it in a way that brings you more joy and more fun. Too much of our work environment is just not fun. It's all about pleasing other people, catering to other people's needs, in return for money, which is actually an exchange of value. So if we don't know how to value ourselves, then we end up exchanging more of ourselves than we get back in return, and that is how we end up with burnout and feeling very displaced about who we are. So we have to bridge the gap that we created, like the chasm between what we think we're worth and what we're actually worth, and find a way to go towards that. So there's pots of gold at the end of rainbows. That's kind of quite traditional. So we have to find our own pot of gold emotionally, internally, and then financially on the outside of us. Okay, so present energy. Wow, 9 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the King of Cups. Wow, okay, so strong and so much emotion here as well. You're really moving to this place of joy, or you're in this place of enjoyment, feeling happier, feeling blessed, feeling emotionally abundant. You've been mastering some skill. You have been really finding that inner power, the wisdom, the leadership of your emotions. And here with the King of Cups, you're really taking ownership of doing things that you love, loving your creativity, being in balance with yourself, balancing your spiritual and your material worlds with the Hierophant, following people who inspire you to seek wisdom, to grow yourself, to expand yourself, to do things that you love doing. So you're in this real place of, happiness is everything. That is what it's all about. And perhaps you were working too hard. Perhaps you were heading towards a bit of burnout where you weren't enjoying, you were just working too hard and not enough enjoyment. And now I think you've readdressed that balance. So you are spending more time being really thoughtful about what brings you happiness, committing yourselves to things that are important for you. Okay, so energy that is showing up that we need to look at. We have got, wow, universal love. So blockages, the sacred elephant. Look at that, tender embrace. Okay, with the elephant. When you hit a dark wall, ask the sacred elephant to help make it fall. So there is some kind of block here about receiving love, I think, because we've also got, not I think, that is coming through, we've got universal love, the stone heart. So we've got your heart, but it is a little bit hard to get to. A connected wave ripples out to the world. We are all united in love. Look at that. That's that divine matrix energy as well. Okay, so the message that's coming through here, and we're about to do a Angel Dogs Tarot spread, and we'll get the future energy and what's this message about what's coming. But just to sum up where we're at, is that you have kind of been through a regeneration process for yourself. You have been really thinking about only going towards what nourishes you, letting go of things in your, even if they're in your heart, but they don't nourish you, so that you're not catering to your ego, you're catering to your emotions instead with this whale diving deep. And now you're ready to connect the dots for yourself, to move beyond, the land where you were receiving some reward, but to move to somewhere where you're going to receive a bigger reward financially, emotionally, in love, where you've got more balance, where you are bridging the gap between your spiritual world and your material world, and where you feel very nurtured about yourself, where you can feel that you can nurture your needs. Here we got the polar bear and nurture and refreshing oasis, but the polar bear is a really strong energy. I mean, it's like one of the top predators in the world. There are very few other animals that would take on a polar bear. And it says, allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released, offered up to be healed in this refreshing oasis that is your inner world, your healing energy, your connection to source energy, your connection to the divine matrix. So we're going to elephants, never forget. If there's somebody in your past who you want just to remember, it might be somebody who's in spirit, like my dog. That love will never leave me. The love that dog gave to me and to my ex-husband, to the people around him, that love will never die, because it's just one of the most unconditional, beautiful energies that is still in existence. It's still there. So unblocking your heart to receiving love. There's been something that has kept you maybe isolated from receiving love, because you've been building this bridge to your future. You've been building this bridge to more abundance, more happiness, more tender embraces, more real love, as opposed to more nourishing love, as opposed to draining love, to move away from people who turn up to service their need for love at the expense of your heartbeats, to somebody who just wants to have that imbalance. They want to give and take and allow that free flowing energy to happen. And you've been nurturing yourself, and carry on nurturing yourself, and do that forevermore, because that is how you can experience the balance. Okay, lovely energy. You've really mastered the principles of life. Is all about emotional fulfillment, and financial or material fulfillment is just one aspect of that. Nobody in this world chases money. We all chase how money feels to us, like what it provides to us. So or nobody chases anything on the outside of them for having what's on the outside of them. We chase it because we feel good about what we have on the outside of us. So ultimately everything comes back to that emotional reward that we get when we achieve, or we obtain, or we deliver. Okay, so we are going to look at what does this all mean then? Oh, where's my rainbow gone? I knew there was something missing. Isn't that funny? Okay, let's bring the rainbow back. It's almost like a clean slate. Okay, there's this clean slate. Do I want these here? I'm going to keep these here, and we're just going to build on that energy. So what is this all about then going forwards? So we've got one of those. We've got another little pile over here. They're just quite big to shuffle in their own right. So more energies that want to show up: the boss and healing. So this green energy is about purpose. So this is about taking ownership of what you want to do in the future. Healing might be something that is a purpose for you in the future. You are destined to be some kind of leader. You might want to heal the relationship you have with some kind of leadership principles. Leadership in this world currently is, a lot of it is very unloving. It's all about ego-based, catering to people's ego needs, not emotional needs. We have got the stag. That's a really strong energy. You're prepared to kind of meet some stuff head on. Wow. And we've got the locket. The key to your heart is perhaps to heal the relationship. Might be to heal a relationship with a boss, but I feel it's more generic than that. It's what does leadership mean to you? What does your purpose mean to you? Being the boss of your future, being the boss of how your abundance comes about. Even if that means working for somebody else, it's still taking ownership of your career. It's taking ownership of what you want out of life, not what somebody else thinks you want out of life. And we've gone slightly out of focus. There we go. So bringing into focus what you want, being prepared to take that head on. Okay, so we have got, this is the Angel Dogs Tarot spread with the Angel Dogs cards. So this is the dog with his angel wings. So in here is the central foundational energy of what this message is about for the future. Here we have the foundations, the pores that touch the ground, the material energy. Here is the emotional energy, and here is the spiritual energy at the wingtips. And on here, we've got what your thinking mind is working on, and here we've got what your intuitive mind is thinking or working on. So thinking and knowing. Foundational energy, 3 of Swords. All right, letting go of pain, letting go of heartache, letting go of sadness, letting go of sorrow, loss, disappointment. There might be a separation here as well. So if there's a separation from somebody who's really, really important to you, particularly where we had these elephants that don't forget. Oh, we've got the tender embrace here. I'm just going to leave that there. Actually, I feel like I want this here as well. Let's bring that back in. So bridging the gap between what brought you sorrow in the old world and how things are going to pan out in the future world. You know what? I'm just going to get one more energy to come in here. Let's feel like there. Here we go. 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's a big letting go. Okay, this rainbow energy is a really, really big letting go of your thoughts of inadequacy, your thoughts of not being good enough, taking on other people's thoughts, other people's beliefs, other people's heartache. Like, I think you've been a sponge for other people's fears, and that has really impacted how you think about yourself. Okay, so foundational energy, then we have got the Hermit and the Fool. Okay, you've had to withdraw to understand what is needed to be processed by your mind, and your intuition is saying, yeah, we needed a fresh start. We needed a fresh start in a world where the boss, the leadership, was all about inflicting pain, and making people feel that they're a disappointment. And you're just like, you needed to remove yourself from that. And it was very sad, because I think you've perhaps delivered a huge amount of value to a lot of people in many, many different ways. And all you've ended up is being stabbed in the back, sadness, being told that you're not good enough, that you can't achieve, or, do more, be better. And it was anything but tender. So you're letting go of that pain, but you've had to perhaps go through a period of real contraction, withdrawal, like almost like taking your career off the shelf out of availability, putting your purpose on the shelf while you've been going through and saying, well, I want a fresh start in life. I don't want to show up like this. I don't want people to be like this to each other. I don't want to be part of it. So emotionally, we have got the Magician and the Lovers. Wow. Your mind has been working on how to manifest. Like, emotionally, you knew there had to be a better way. And emotionally, I think your mind has been working on, I need to really tune into my feelings to know how to manifest. Like, we talk about manifestation a lot, but manifestation doesn't happen unless you feel your feelings. And our mind, our ego mind, when we cater to our ego thinks it can control manifestation, but our ego has to let go and surrender to our soul, because in our soul level, we know what we want intuitively. We know the choices of people, we know the choices of change of direction. So the mind has to work on what is manifestation, to understand that a lot of where we go wrong with our ego as humanity is that we get trained to think that we know what to do without actually tuning into our body, and our body gives us the signals from our soul, the emotional energy. So manifestation is all about emotions, as is money, as is relationships. It's about how we feel. And I think you've had to retrain your mind, or you're in the process of retraining your mind, that magic happens when we feel, and we feel what's right for us, who's right for us, the choices that are important to us, the people that are really important to us, the loving connections, the soulmate connections. Some of you might have actually lost a romantic partner in here, not just a work situation. This can be any relationship, and you've had to go in and say emotionally, what do I really want from all of my relationships, including my romantic relationships? And then spiritually, wow, we've got the Empress and we've got the Six of Pentacles. So spiritually, your mind has rebalanced the way it uses divine feminine energy. So we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us, and we get trained from a very young age to go into our left brain, action orientated, in an analytical mind, which is our masculine energy, And when we move our mind back into balance with our masculine and feminine energy, we become using our right brain, using our intuition. Our right brain energy travels down the left side of our body, so it goes through our heart. So it actually goes through our heart center. And we become more grounded, we become more compassionate towards ourselves and more compassionate to other people. And this brings real reward. It brings good fortune. This is where manifestation happens, because your mind now understands that it has to listen and feel the real feelings that are coming from your intuition, and let go of the need to distort what you're really feeling in order to put on a mask to please other people, or like catering to other people's needs by putting on this kind of like suppressing or misinterpreting your feelings almost on purpose. When you get yourself back in balance and your mind really works with your energy and lets go, surrenders to your soul, listens to the impulses, listens to the intuition, you cross the bridge. You cross the bridge into a whole nother level of understanding, a whole nother level of manifestation. And you can expect the rewards, you can expect the good fortune, you can expect the advancement. Like, things are going to shift. So this reading is saying, when you take head on what nourishes you emotionally, let go of what doesn't serve you, really go into your emotions, and that unlocks the key to your heart, and that unlocks the key to relationships. It unlocks the key to healing a broken heart, and unlocks the key to your connection with source energy as well. Questions pendulum, the inner plight, the searching heart, you have the answer. And we have I am me, the soul story. Wow. Topography of the soul writes its own words, the story of you. Yeah, you become you. Like, when your ego stops identifying with who it needs to be on the outside, you become very true to yourself. You return to the simplicity of your name. I am Heather. I have a whole number of titles I've been given throughout my career. I have been the boss. I have run vast companies all over the world. And at times I've loved having the titles that came with that. Now I'm just me. I can be an animal communicator. I can be a tarot reader. I can be an artist. But those are just titles. At heart and soul, I am my soul, which is Heather. And here, you can really work with the energy, like the yes-no pendulum. You can work with your body. You can use your body as a pendulum to talk to your soul, and lean forward for yes, lean backwards for no. And that will be your body and your mind really communicating. Let your body be the bridge between your ego and your soul. And then you will find huge pots of reward, financially, emotionally, and spiritually as well. What a beautiful reading. Okay, I'm going to finish with, right, maybe fell off my chair there. I'm just going to get a couple of affirmations to finish off this reading, and then I will get some questions, fortune cards, so you can just bespoke some questions to the rainbow energy or to Tober if you want to connect to him directly, if that resonates. So we have got inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas have served humanity, were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities into your life. Wow. Okay. And then we have got here courage. Dare to be different, to make mistakes, create, for it is in creation that you exist. In this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. That's amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, I am just going to get one more tiny aspect of this reading for you. So we have got these fortune telling cards, and these are, I'm going to pull 3 cards. They will have yes, no, or maybe answers. You can ask anything you want of the rainbow energy, of the angels that are providing this message, of Tober the oracle dog, who is present because this is his sign. So animal spirits, and you will, no, that's 1, that's 2. You will be given the answers. They will be, so you have to ask a question that will have an answer of yes, no, or maybe. or something similar to that. And so if you want to pause and ask your 3 questions, or ask your first question, pause, right? Think about what your question is. The answer to your question will be yes, no, or maybe. So I'm going to turn this card over in 3, 2, 1. Perhaps not today. Okay, so there's a divine timing at play for that question, for the answer to that question. So if you want to ask your second question, the answer to your second question will be 3, 2, 1. I think so. Okay, and that's quite black and white. And then the answer to your third question, if you want to pause and ask a third question, the answer will be 3, 2, 1. It is likely. Okay. I really hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you enjoy seeing rainbows as they start to come up in your life, or increase over the next few days after you've read this reading, I'm sure. And this is all about having the courage to be taking ownership of your purpose, letting go of your ego's need to control, surrender to your soul, and that is where the real power and the real magic and the real manifestations start to happen. Okay, take care. Bye.